This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. John Solberg here, your host for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Happy to tell you this show is brought to you by The Butcher Shop. Purveyors of highly sought after 100% Australian non-crossbred Wyvara 9 Plus briskets, and they're always handpicked just for you. The Butcher Shop has been retailing the finest meats for more than 15 years. Every week they're shipping out competition quality meats to many of the biggest teams in the competition scene across the nation. Simply put, teams who use The Butcher Shop win, and they win often. You don't have to be a competitor to enjoy these finer cuts. The Butcher Shop is shipping some of the finest prime, dry-aged Australian Wagyu and Japanese Wagyu steaks to people just like you and me who aspire to be the kings and queens of the backyard. The Butcher Shop always has Berkshire, Compart Duroc, Allegiance Duroc, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock, and again, it is always hand-picked just for you. Let's review. The best competition briskets, they got that. The best pork selection, they've got that. Giving you better overall options to cook at home, they got that too. So give the Butcher Shop a call today, 850-458-8782. It's 850-458-8782. Be sure to mention the BBQ Central Show. You're getting 10% off your entire order each and every single time you call. You can also go check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Butcher Shop. Shop is spelled SHOPPE. The Butcher Shop, home of the 100% Australian non-crossbred Wyvara 9 Plus briskets. And now let's jump back to 2015. Greg's going to talk to Tuffy Stone.
This is what it looks like before the green screen is going to actually be put up. Look, folks, when we talk about the good guys in the barbecue world these days, my next guest inevitably at the top of most people's lists. You've seen him as a judge on Barbecue Pitmasters for years now. He has he's been a competitive cook for even longer than that. Former KCBS Team of the Year winner. Extensively and extremely successful restaurateur. Now a cooking class instructor as well. Let's go ahead and race to the hotline and welcome back to the Barbecue Central Show, the pitmaster of Cool Smoke, Tuffy Stone, joining me here on the show. Tuffy, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How you doing this evening, Greg?
Absolutely fabulous, Tuffy. I appreciate you kind of doing the old Iron Man thing here. I know you've been traveling 2,000 miles here over the last 6 days, and probably the last thing you want to do is sit down with an internet host and kind of gab it up here a little bit, but I certainly appreciate the effort you're putting forth here tonight. And I guess before we kind of start to play catch-up, maybe a quick recap on Smoking at the Track and, what that event was all about.
Michael Mixon and a gentleman, Rodney, got together at a competition one time and got to thinking, how cool would it be to bring an event to NASCAR and showcase barbecue and make it, bring it out to the fans to where there would be demonstrations and samplings. And they worked on this thing real hard for a long period of time. And I was asked if I would bring out my Vulcan 33 and come down there and compete down there. And Michael is just a really, really great guy. And I said, absolutely. So my dad and I rolled the Vulcan 33 onto a trailer and strapped her down, and we headed down to Homestead, Miami, where there was 9 other pitmasters down there, and we had it was a full weekend. We had to load. NASCAR events are real challenging as far as logistics and space and all of that. So they had a big setup, and the schedule was demos throughout the weekend and sampling, and then we at the same time cooked a competition where we cooked chicken, ribs, pork, and brisket in a KCBS sanctioned event. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but the fans liked it, and it was a really, really cool event.
Tuffy Stone joining me here on the show, pitmaster of Cool Smoke. By the way, if you want to check it out here while we're talking this evening, you can check out Tuffy's website, Cool Smoke Barbecue. That's BARBEQUE, and see what he's up to and see everything else that he's got going. at the current time. Tuffy, in regards to competitions, I mean, geez, you look back even just over the breadth of work this year. What I've noticed over the time, and we've kind of lost touch here over the last 3-4 years or so, is when we were first talking, you were out. You've been former KCBS Team of the Year. You've been doing any number of competitions back in those days. But as you start to look back over the last 3 or 4 years, compared to some of the other guys that are at the quote unquote top of the KCBS ladder, you're doing substantially less competitions in volume. But the ones that you're doing, you're either winning or you're second place or top 10. And really, it's mostly second place or winning for a lot of these contests. Do you attribute...
I don't have a lot of time, Greg. And as much as I love competition barbecue and all my friends out there on the circuit, with my restaurants and my catering company and my family, I can't get on the road like I once did. I think the most I ever competed in one year was back in 2007 when we were fortunate enough to be KCBS Team of the Year. And I think that year I cooked 25 contests, and that was just like every year for the Team of the Year. We took it all the way down to Plant City in November to try and seal that deal. This year, the Jack, when we cooked that was my 7th contest. I think last year I either cooked 7 or 8. And the year before that, I cooked 7 or 8. And it's just a matter of not having the time. I really like to do it, and the people are great. I have been fortunate that I've been able to cook in the Jack the last few years, and I've been able to cook in the American Invitational and the Open and Houston Livestock Rodeo Show. So I've been real fortunate to be able to, even though I'm not cooking a lot, I've been able to cook in some of the contests that I think we all want to get into.
So, I mean, you're cooking those, but you're also winning. You're doing very well in those. So if you kind of look at what the standard operation of practice, and what I hear from pitmasters is, it's consistency, it's working your program, it's staying kind of lubed and oiled, if you will. When you're doing it, 7 and 8 times a year versus going back to 25 times, is it a fact that you did that 25 plus, a number of years, and the process is there and the method is there, so it doesn't matter if you're doing 7 anymore, or is there some type of a process that you've worked out to do less but still kind of maintain that winning?
Go get Tuffy's process. He lays it all out here. You want to get it. Still relevant today. How can you do that? Head over to the BBQCentralShow.com. There's a link in today's show notes. It's going to take you to this complete episode. Listen to the whole episode or scrub on back in there to this segment, and you'll find it, and you'll get it, and you'll lay it all out. Tuffy Stone, one of the all-time greats, period. Great cook, great restaurateur, great competition cook. Just, you can't go, and just a super nice human being, by the way. And until the next time on the Best Moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.